after coaching nearly 1,000 clients, there's one piece that I found that is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't, and they have the exact same plan. I'm going to explain to you what it is. It's here, and it's here. I can give you, and I have given you, a tried and tested blueprint of how to grow your business, of how to set up your skill set. In fact, I'm not the only one who's done it. There have been many greats before me who have done it for free, online as well. But that hasn't been enough. And you have to ask why. Why? One is because it's too overwhelming. You don't have the accountability, and it's not laid out in the most effective format for you. It's a bit here, it's a bit everywhere. You have to kind of put the pieces together. Well, Trinity, Zion, we have the blueprint A to Z, step by step. But that's not even it, because you could follow the step by step and still not see the outcome. Why? Because you didn't actually follow the step by step. Why? Because of your beliefs, because of your perfectionist mindset, because of the stickiness, the messiness that gets in the way of doing what you're supposed to do. So let's say you're committing to posting every day, or creating this lead magnet, or doing this giveaway, creating some type of action, spending 60 minutes in here every single day, learning, right? But you miss a day. Oh, something comes up. Oh, but you don't want to say no to this person because they really need you and you want to be there for them, and you're going to go hang out with your friend now. Oh, you don't want to work weekends because you just want to chill and relax. Oh, and now you get caught up in a cycle of addictive behaviors, and now you're watching pornography and doom scrolling on social media, and you're not sleeping right, and you're not prioritizing. And then, you're starting to overthink, and you spent 3 hours on putting a post out that you didn't end up putting out. And all of these things start to come up, and they get in the way. And these are your beliefs. These are your patterning. These are your conditioning. This is, imagine growing up and hearing the narrative and learning that getting perfect grades in school was the standard. And every time you got a B plus instead of an A, there was disappointment. There was criticism. There was judgment. Think of, some of you have had that story, and think about how that felt for you growing up. Some of you may respond in an overcompensatory type of way and have started to establish such a brutish, aggressive work ethic that will just run through walls. In part, that's part of my story. And some of you have gone the other way. And if it's not to that level that you learnt and got told was good enough, then you don't do it, because you don't want to put yourself out there to feel that pain and that potential judgment from other people. Oh, what if I'm wrong? What if people say I'm wrong? What if people see that I'm wrong? What does that say about me? That avoiding that pain is something that you will now do to protect yourself, and then you won't do the action and outcome that we've laid out here. This demonstrates how beliefs create and dictate your actions. And before we get into all the action taking, we need to really unstick you from these beliefs. And you need to, it is not an excuse because of these things that this program and this experience doesn't work for you. It's not good enough. You cannot afford to let all of this get in the way of becoming the person that you say you want to become. I have empathy and compassion that you have gone through some things. Every person in this cohort and group has. Some of you more than others. I've coached and I've been there through some real strong difficulty. I've seen all types of things in clients, patients of mine, and coaches of mine. They've gone through some hard shit, right? But you cannot let that be a reason. You cannot let that get in the way of what you need to do here, because you made a commitment to yourself. You watching this not for me. You watching this for yourself. You're out here trying to take care of yourself, your future family, your current family, and the people that you care about, right? You're here to create something of yourself. So for the next 30 days, for the next fucking, as long as you under this Trinity Zion container, academy, you can't afford to wait for the perfect moment. You got to take the messy, imperfect action. You're going to say things like, I don't know if this is going to work. You're going to have doubt. You're going to think, is it ready? This is not good enough. What if I fail? All of that's going to come up and more. And you're going to have to do it anyway. Regardless. I need you to make that commitment to yourself. Otherwise, this is not going to work. We're not building a business here based off comfort. We're building a business here and a skill set. No, we're not even fucking building a business. We're building and redefining who you are as a person. That is the underlying difference between me and what we do here and all the other motherfucking mentorships, because they don't give a fuck about who you are as a person. I could give a fuck about your skill set or your business. I care about who you are as a person first. Okay? Because we can get money. I can show you the game of how to manipulate and influence and sales and psychology. I can show you how to get money from people in clean ways and dirty ways, in not so ethical ways, and in the most ethical ways. I can show you all of that, right? It don't matter compared to who you are inside of you, what your soul is, how you interact with other people. Are you virtuous? Are you courageous? This is why I encourage my men in here, for all of you should be fighting. Fucking bare minimum, all of you should be weight training goddamn near every day and be in great shape. Come on, man. Look at what happened to my shirt now. Come on. I'm not even in my final form yet, and my shirt's so thick, it doesn't even fit right anymore. And I started off as the really skinny kid, really insecure. Couldn't go up to a girl without goddamn sweating through my shirt and having to go to the bathroom 3 times, So I understand what it's like to not have and not be much at all. And I also know what it's like to come out on the other side and transform myself. And I'm saying, if you embody and if you feel like that weaker version of yourself right now, I'm saying there is no way you get to that version who is much better without going through it. So I say you'll need to do some work here. And if that means seeing therapists, that means doing some one-on-one coaching with me on my team. Like, put your money where your heart is, okay? Get it sorted. We can't let... I completely respect and understand that your story and your trauma and your conditioning and what happened to you growing up may be really challenging for you to show up in the best way. It may get in the way, but it cannot get in the way here. You need to take active efforts and a response. It is not your fault what happened to you, but it's your goddamn responsibility to fix it now and to address it and to heal. For my ladies and my women in here, we're going to hold space for you, particularly if you're in Trinity, to heal those parts of yourself. We've never done a better job of that right now. It's it's very, very important to us. You do not need to chase a lot of the masculine success that we're going to put out here, right? Okay, I'm going to speak to you heart to heart. And for the men in here, all the money and status in the world, it is vapid and empty without a true purpose, without leading from here, not just here, but leading congruently, authentically, from your entire embodiment of who you want to be. And that embodiment needs to be you showing up as the best version of yourself, working through the issues that have gone through your life, okay? If that's a therapist, if that's one-on-one mentorship and coaching outside of this, right? We got to work on it actively throughout this process. But you cannot let it stop you from doing the work. This is absolutely fundamental, crucial, and important. It is not going to be a legitimate excuse that, I got busy, I didn't get the work done, I'm tired. Whatever the fuck that you're going to say to me, because I've heard it all, guys. I've heard it all. And I have empathy, but you are here for you. This doesn't work without you showing up. The job that isn't to be perfect is to get the job done. And remember, you chose this. No one is forcing you to be here. This is not a 9 to 5. You get to do this. You don't have to. And if you don't want to, then don't. But if you do, understand the blessing that you have in front of you. Choice to walk away and to embody a different life away from the same 9 to 5 grind, rat race, plugged in monotony of quiet desperation. That's the alternative. So if you have to go through some heartache and some difficulty to overcome and create that life that you dream of, well, then we got to go through it. The only way is through it. Okay? Can you make that commitment to yourself here? Not for me, for yourself, for the ones counting on you. Don't let perfection get in the way of good to great. You must take action daily. You've got this.